Hey everyone, Gerby here from the AdvExplorerOz YouTube channel, and I'm here today at Doncaster BMW Motorrad. Just came here today to drop off my R1300 GS trophy for its first run-in service, and I figured while I'm here I'm going to talk to you about the all-new F450 GS, the small capacity adventure bike that is about to shake the mid-weight adventure segment in the adventure motorcycling world. Now this is no longer the prototype version that was released November last year in EICMA. Now we have full confirmed specs, design and tech features of the all new F450 GS, and I'm here today to share with you all the information that I have so far on this magnificent machine. So let's start off with the engine performance. I don't normally use scripts, but there's a lot here, so I'm going to refer to my scripts here. But in terms of the engine performance, the BMW has partnered once again with TVS, motor company in India. So they're based in southern India, and this is the same company that built the 310 GS lineup for BMW as well. Altogether, they have developed the brand new purpose-built 420cc parallel twin engine. Now, despite the badge where it says 450, it's actually only 420cc, producing a healthy 48 horsepower at 8,750 RPM and 43 Newton meters of torque at 6,750 RPM. Bang on the limit for the A2 license holders, and if you're in Australia, it also complies with the LAMS standard. So if you're a learner motorcycle license holder, or if you are on a restricted license holder, so this bike will be the right bike for you. So in terms of the power and the torque, that's actually more than what the KTM 390 Adventure offers, and also definitely more than the Himalayan 450. So it's going to set a serious competition between the other bikes in the segment. One really interesting detail is that the engine uses a 135-degree firing interval. Now this is very unique because there hasn't been any other bikes, at least to my knowledge, in the market that has got a similar 135-degree firing interval. And what BMW says is that with this unique firing interval, it gives a steady torque band across the rev range and also gives a really distinct note to the engine. So I'm just going to play the engine and the exhaust sound here now for you and let you get a glimpse of what it sounds like. So transmission and clutch technology. Another standout feature of the F450 GS is the ERC, or also known as the Easy Ride Clutch, which BMW has introduced specifically for this model. Now this is quite similar to the Recluse clutch system that you would find on certain dirt bikes, and also the smart clutch system that MV Agusta has previously produced on their bikes as well. So essentially it's a mechanical clutch system, not an automated or electronic clutch system that you'll find in the likes of the new Hondas, the Honda Hornets and stuff. So those ones, they have got electronic in the bike that actually engages and disengages the clutch. This one bases on rotational, so when the engine spins enough, it engages the clutch and then it allows you to ride off. So essentially what this means is you can just twist the throttle and go, and it will, and there's no need to actually use the clutch whatsoever. So having the ERC system paired with the quick shift system on the bike, which you would find on the trophy models, that will then basically mean that you could basically ride this bike without ever needing to use the clutch at all. That is awesome. So the clutch is still there and you can still use the clutch, and it's mainly for more technical maneuvers. If you want to jump a log or pop a wheelie or so on, then you can use the clutch, slip it, and to do stuff like that. But for new riders, and if you're in technical terrain, just feathering the throttle without using the clutch can actually be of benefit to some really new riders and novice riders out there. So well done BMW for introducing this new clutch system. It's all going to be down to how it actually performs in the real world, so I'm really looking forward to check that out when I get my hands on the bike. So now in terms of the fuel tank, it is on par with all the other bikes in the segment. So it sits at about 14-liter fuel tank. It gives you about 3.8 liters per 100 kilometers. So what that essentially means, if you got a full tank, it should theoretically give you about 350 kilometers. So not the largest tank, but giving the fuel economy and the size of the bike with what they're trying to achieve with the weight and so on, I think it's pretty on par with the market trends at the moment. So that's also a thumbs up for me. So now let's look at the electronics and the rider aids. So in true BMW fashion, there is a solid suite of electronics on this motorcycle. So as standard, you get the rain mode, you get the road mode, you get the enduro riding modes, including the pro riding modes, which is the Enduro Pro. Now in Australia, you will not find the base version, so you only get 3 versions in Australia. So all these versions comes with the pro riding modes as standard. So Enduro Pro, rain, road. I'm not too sure about dynamic. I think there might also be dynamic in there, but that's yet to be confirmed once the bike is out. So along that, it also comes with dynamic traction control. You get lean sensitive ABS Pro, you get dynamic brake control, and also you get engine drag control. So pretty good for an entry-level bike. Now in terms of the chassis, suspension and weight, right? The bike uses a steel trellis frame, so a tubular steel trellis frame, giving it a classic GS look with a compact wheelbase, which is better for agility and also handling off-road. So if you're used to the trellis steel frame, if you're coming from a 1250 GS, so this will be very, very familiar to you. Remembering that it's been purpose-built, all brand new design, especially for this motorcycle. So the suspension is supplied by KYB with a 43mm upside down fork and the rear monoshock that is preload and rebound adjustable. So in Australia, you will have the option to spec up the bike with the sport suspension. And if you get the sport suspension, then you will get fully adjustable front forks as well. Now in terms of the weight, fully fueled, the bike comes in at about 178 kilograms, right on par with the KTM 390 Adventure, making it light, manageable and beginner friendly, but still capable of proper off-road run. So let's talk about the wheels, brakes and ergonomics. You get a 19-inch front and a 17-inch rear, which is very similar to what you'd find on the R1250 GS, R1300 GS, R1300 GS Adventure and so on. This offers a nice compromise between on-road stability and off-road handling as well. The standard wheels in this bike is cast aluminium, so if you want to get the spoke wheel option, that's also available, but that's an optional extra in the accessories catalog that you could spec up the bike. Currently there's no pricing available yet on how that's going to be done, but it is there definitely for you to spec it up. And the benefit of going with the spoked wheels is it'll be tubeless, so it's going to be easy for you to repair punctures and so on. Now, the brakes for the bikes are supplied by Brembo. You get a 310mm disc with a 4-piston caliper up front, and you get a 240mm disc at the rear, appropriate for the bike's weight and power. Now, the seat height is at 845mm, so not the shortest bike in the category, so it's definitely high up there. You can also get accessories out there for a lower seat option, and you can also get a taller rally style seat option which brings up the height to 865mm, right? Now there's also a 20mm handlebar riser kit that you can also fit on the bike if you're going to be standing a lot and riding off-road a lot as well. So ergonomically, the BMW F450 GS is made so that you can tailor the bike to your needs and your riding style. So that's really, really good. It's quite customizable in my opinion. So in terms of the tech and the features, this bike comes with the iconic BMW 6.5-inch TFT display that you find on all their flagship bikes, which is really awesome. So what I can see is that it's even got the sports dial as well available on this bike, which is a really good addition. So it also has Wonder Wheel integration. You can get as an optional accessory, you can get the navigation prep as well. It comes with a USB-C charging port as well. And you can also, on the TFT display, you can also use it for music, you can use it for navigation, and so on. And you can also log your rides using the BMW Connected Ride app as well, which is another plus point in terms of the tech features on the bike. And also, not to forget, the bike also comes with heated grips as standard, which is really ideal for riding in Australia, especially in Melbourne, where you get cold one day, warm the other days, 4 seasons in a day. So that's another welcome addition for an entry-level bike like this. In terms of the model variants, so globally they say there are 4 models. They've got the base version, they've got the exclusive version, they've got a sports version and the trophy version. Now I had a look at the BMW website here in Australia, but it looks like in Australia they're only going to offer 3 versions, which is the exclusive version in black, and then you got the sports version in red, and then you got a trophy version with the trophy color scheme. Now the sports version comes with the sport suspension, and then the trophy version will come with a few other additions like aluminium engine guards. You get hand protectors in white color, you get the ERC Easy Ride clutch as well, and also you get a tinted wheel shield. But as standard, you get the pro riding modes as standard on all the variants. You get the TFT displays on all the variants as well. You get the adjustable suspension only on the sports variants and the trophy variants, so that's something to keep in mind. Now, in the accessories catalog, as I've mentioned previously, you can get the spoke wheels, you can get the rally seats, you can get the navigation prep, you can get the rear luggage carrier, and you can also get black engine protection bars as well. So, pricing. Now, this is a $1 million question, right? Especially in Australia. So in the UK, the base model is set at £6,990, and the trophy variant goes for £7,760. In Australia, you're looking at an estimate of 13,000 Australian dollars for the trophy version. Now, this is going to be a really good price point in my opinion. So it's just about $1,500 more than the KTM 390 Adventure R, which pricing as of today, and it's about $3,000 more for the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, depending on deals and so on. So I think it's a really good pricing. You're definitely getting a much more advanced bike with a engine that has been purpose-built, a chassis that has been purpose-built, and it's definitely got more grunt and more character compared to the single cylinders that you find in the competition. So this is going to be great, and it's also a good bridge between the 310 GS and the F800 GS, and the styling and so on. So I think the price point is really good, and it's a much more premium bike as well. So in my opinion, I think it's a really good price point. So if you are interested in putting an order, you can head down to Doncaster BMW Motorrad. You can see Ross or you can see John, and you can actually put down an order subject to the confirmation of the pricing, and you can get first dibs on the bike when it releases in June next year here in Australia. So come and see John, come and see Ross at Doncaster BMW Motorrad. Mention my name, it helps the channel, and then place an order if you are up for one of these awesome models. So my closing thoughts here. Overall, I was really amazed with how the F450 GS actually turned out. I really like the color schemes. I like the whole, how the bike was, it was very, very close to the actual prototype version, which I was really impressed with. It would be nice if there was a spoke wheel option as standard. So that is one of the things that I feel that they could have possibly done better, given that they wanted to make the bike a more off-road capable machine. So it would have been nice if they had that as an option, because I know those wheels wouldn't be cheap. Like I assume they would be at least $2,000, 2,500 Aussie dollars worth to get those wheels. So they're definitely not cheap to spec those wheels on. But it would be nice if they actually added that on. I reckon it'll appeal not just to new riders or those stepping up from smaller bikes, but also those seasoned adventure riders who want something easier and more manageable to handle off-road without giving up that BMW comfort and tech. Now, so you tell me, what do you think about the F450 GS? Would you buy the bike? Would you not buy the bike? Is there anything else you want to know about the bike? Would you choose this over the KTM 390 Adventure, or would you, against the Himalayan 450, for example? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you have enjoyed the video, please give me a big thumbs up, do like, do share, do subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.